Good afternoon. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. I am Precious Mzeya Sakaleji. The headlines. Another murder incident recorded in LUSAKA'S KANYAMA compound. Former PF boss Davis MWILA nabbed by the Drug Enforcement Commission. Join me with the details after this commercial.
Team, the trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the ministry.
There's so much data.
Mom?
Yes, baby?
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from Zamtel. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
And our media news in detail. The Lusaka High Court has removed Republican President Hakainde Hichilema from the case he and 5 others sued the state for compensation over unlawful prosecution of treason charges. According to a consent order before court, Judge Pixie Yangailo has wholly discontinued proceedings in respect of President Hakainde Hichilema, who is among the 6 plaintiffs in the case.
The High Court in Lusaka has discontinued the action that Republican President Hakainde Hichilema had last year commenced against the state for unlawful prosecution. Recently, President Hakainde Hichilema applied that proceedings in his respect be stayed on ground that he could not pursue this action against the state pursuant to the provision of Article 98(2) of the Constitution, as he is holding the office of President. Meanwhile, the court will still proceed to hear 5 other plaintiffs that had jointly sued the Attorney General with President Hichilema. The 5 other plaintiffs include Hamson Dahamaleka, an accountant, Lyson Mulanduba, Prestoria Salowa, both farmers, Wallace Chakawa and Mulia Chinda, who are businessmen. Last year, then as Opposition United Party for National Development President, Mr. Hichilema and 5 others sued the state for compensation over false imprisonment on treason charges. During the 2017 Komboka ceremony, Mr. Hichilema and 5 others were arrested and charged with treason for allegedly overtaking and then President Edgar Lungu's motorcade on the Mungu-Limulungu Road in Western Province. It was alleged that the 6 attempted to overthrow a legitimately elected government of Mr. Lungu. But the case against Mr. Hichilema and others was later discontinued through a nolle prosequi, and all the accused persons were set free after being detained for 127 days. Miriam Kaimba reporting for Camnet TV News.
An unidentified man in Lusaka's Chivolia compound in KANYAMA constituency, believed to be between the age of 20 and 26, has been hacked to death by unknown people in the early hours of Wednesday morning. In an interview with Camnet News, the residents have accused the police of neglecting the area, stating that they have not been conducting night patrols to prevent such incidences.
I'm here in Lusaka's Chivolia compound, which is mainly known for criminal activities. These criminal activities have been attributed to the high drug and alcohol abuse here in this community, which has mainly been caused by the lack of productive activities among the youths. Now, just here where we're standing, the body of a man suspected to be around 26 years old was found hacked to death this morning. It is suspected that the man was hacked to death in the early hours of Wednesday morning. Now, this has happened within just a space of 2 days when Camnet TV carried a similar story just here in Chivolia compound, where the body of a man who has not yet been identified was found in an incomplete building. We talked to some eyewitnesses who have expressed concern about the security situation here in the area.
Wamucheka pakati kumatako paparikati maningi hapa na sapato alibi.
Mnyamata vampaya vamcheka na maronda After kuona so naenda ku polisi kuchita ripoti polisi na bwana polisi babwela bayangana ngapata kuchipo papano amyangana wa mkopa msnapi futina kutumira ba in charge na kubwela kumtenga.
Others state that most of the police patrols are conducted during daytime and instead of the nighttime when they're needed the most.
Polisi wakuno waikeko nzeru antu nisoche every time mkaenda pa polisi mwende mtengo wa polisi olo kwa stika problemu manpower palibe walipoche wabili but kuseni ndepa nwapeze kawapita mugwira abantu wanwazipitia na tumabagi but kutuwa selenze ishito yao wa polisi siwafuna tavutika kuno kulodi please wa polisi waikeko nzeru maagala 19 nshiyayamba
ipa uyu mtu sana mpae bwino kuno kwa tutima kangiwa kugona 19 hours nishibantu wayamba kwambo kumenya 18 hours ufunika cha uyopa
sana febwino olonyama simungaje mwanje bamuchencha ula kuyipa bakapukula kubapeza bali kuseni.
We also spoke to the Ward Development Committee chairperson, Mr. Gift Nswana, who has actually expressed concern over the low staffing levels at the police posts here in Chibolya.
Yes, we have a neighborhood watch, but we don't have enough manpower from the police.
We also spoke to the area councillor, Harimonga Nkumbula, Ward 12 councillor, Mr. Aaron Mwanza.
We are calling for other stakeholders to come on board and assist us with the transportation. You can imagine the all police posts that we have here. We have enough, at least 5 of them. We don't have even a single duty vehicle.
We have also reached out to the Zambia police to ask if there are any plans to actually be conducting random searches in people's houses to actually search for these weapons. There has been a lot of talk from different stakeholders actually calling for the demolition of Chibolya compound. Others, however, have been stating that demolishing Chibolya is not the solution, but actually rehabilitation centers should actually be constructed here because they say there is need for a mindset change instead of demolishing the whole compound. We will continue to monitor the situation in Chibolya compound to see how things unfold here and if there will be a permanent solution to Chibolya compound, which has remained notorious for a long time. Zipora Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Opposition National Democratic Congress leader Savoy MWILA has accused Home Affairs Permanent Secretary Joseph Akafumba of being behind the charge of names of the party's office bearers at the Registrar of Societies. Speaking to the media, Ms. MWILA says Mr. Akafumba was strategically positioned at the ministry by President Hakainde Hichilema so that he can destabilize the opposition political parties in the country.
Let him be in an office. Yeah. Okay, let him stay away from the NDC matters. But he has continued trying to cause confusion. And like we said also, this was a wrong ministry to put Mr. Akafumba. And the reason why President HH put Mr. Akafumba is for matters like this. They brought him here to cause confusion in the political parties. Because President HH and the UPND, they are not Democrats. They don't like democracy. They want stooges. They want people that can only sing their songs. They want even political parties to be praise singers for them. But it shouldn't happen like that. I've said this several times to say in other countries, they pay the opposition. Go to the UK right now. They pay the opposition to be the opposition so that they give that critical voice. Because you need critical voices, alternative voices to develop a country. You don't need one voice. So you want now to use political power to manipulate things here so that you prop up your stooges who will be lying that they're NDC and they start singing praises. I'm sure some of you saw when they had that press conference, the first thing they said the alliance is strong and active and it's alive and whatever. No, we are the real NDC. And as NDC, we repeat, we are not in an alliance with the UPND. Exactly. We are not in an alliance with the UPND. We stand on our own. And if the UPND want an alliance with anybody, even the NDC, so they should go us if they want. They know who to go if they want to go to the NDC. You know, but because they know what our answer is going to be, whether they even scared to us. At the end of the day, the UPND should do the right things, and this to us, this is fraud. Okay? This is fraud. This is not politics. This is fraud. No wonder now we shall not handle this matter politically. We're going to handle this matter legally. So that
In other news, the Drug Enforcement Commission has charged and arrested former Patriotic Front Secretary General Davis MWILA for being in possession of property reasonably suspected to be proceeds of crime.
Pounced on by law enforcement agencies, former opposition Patriotic Front Secretary General Davis MWILA has not been spared, as he has also joined the queue of those being summoned and arrested. With a walk of confidence, Mr. MWILA was charged and arrested for being in possession of property reasonably suspected of being proceeds of crime when he appeared for questioning before the Drug Enforcement Commission. Wednesday morning, Mr. MWILA's legal counsel confirmed the development to the media.
Sometime in 2017, the government introduced what was termed as the political party bill. That political party bill was, among others, intended to make provision for political parties to disclose their source of funds on an annual basis. To the best of my recollection, I think it was Section 40 of that bill. And that bill collapsed. Why it collapsed, I believe my guess is as good as yours. So, fast forward, we find ourselves in a situation where the commission has created a predicament for itself. So after we went to court regarding the source of funds, they come up with the charge of being in possession of what they term as a proceeds of crime, which is obviously an afterthought.
Earlier this year, the Patriotic Front Party had rushed to the Lusaka High Court, seeking the court's intervention to stop the Drug Enforcement Commission from further intimidating and illegally questioning them so that they can disclose their source of campaign funds in the just ended 12 August 2021 general elections. The party wanted the court to determine whether the Drug Enforcement Commission has got the constitutional or statutory mandate to compel it to disclose its source of funding used in the campaigns. And speaking to the media earlier after his release on bond, Mr. MWILA said the party will not disclose the source of the election campaign funds.
No one will disclose the source of funding because as a political party we are not obliged. They can go to heaven, wherever they will go, will not disclose. Because this is abuse of the law. Are they investigating UPND, where they got the money, where they got the vehicles? Are they investigating Socialist Party? So they are contradicting themselves. So it will not go anywhere. Yes. We are very strong and they can't intimidate us.
As if the questioning before the Drug Enforcement Commission was not enough, Mr. MWILA was again summoned to appear before a joint investigation team at the Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security, where a statement was recorded in relation to deal with a land issue allegedly believed to belong to the Zambia National Service. Meanwhile, former Lands Minister Jean Kapata also appeared before the said joint investigation team in relation to deal with the said allegedly land. Miriam Kaimba, reporting for Camnet TV News.
Well, that news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Media News, but before we go, here are the headlines once again. Another murder incident recorded in Lusaka's KANYAMA compound. Former PF boss Davis MWILA nabbed by the Drug Enforcement Commission. Thank you for watching. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Good afternoon.